Hello? Ah. How's everyone today? Hello? Wait, I hope my OBS isn't muted this time. Oh no, it's okay. It just mutes randomly lately and I don't know why. Okay, that's good. My throat's been feeling a little bit sore since this morning and I'm not sure why. So, apologies in advance if you hear me like cough or whatever. It's annoying. But other than that, I'm doing okay. I I spent today drawing, which was good. I think I was the 150th person to order the zine. Oh, you think so? I mean, maybe. Um, called Jesus in advance. What do you mean? What does that mean? What's that from? Well, yeah, that would be awesome if you were emo. I appreciate it. I appreciate your contribution either way because we reached the stretch goal and we're getting the Omamori charm. I ordered my zine like an hour and a half ago. Yeah, that's possible then, I think, maybe. I don't know. I don't like, I don't really have, I mean, I do have access to the account, so but I mean, I could check, but it's keeping y'all in suspense. Yeah. I also just, like, somehow recently I bought, not about, but I bit the inside of my mouth and it hurts. And Jesus thing is what I heard when you spoke. What? Oh my god, what? 150? This is crazy. You're so old, Meg. Yeah, we're getting the Omamoris. I'm so happy. Hmm. I'm glad nothing. I'm not. I'm glad they're not planning on giving your cats away, Atsuko, because that would suck. It reminds me of like how, um, when I found out that I was allergic to dogs, and my parents have 5 dogs. So the doctor was like, yeah, you would have exploded. Yeah, I imagine. Um, I remember telling the doctor, "Hey, I think I might be allergic to something, but I don't know what it is." And I had a feeling it was dogs, but I didn't want to believe it. I was kind of in denial. And then she did like the tests on me, and she was like, "Yeah, you're a little bit allergic, like mostly cats, but a little bit dogs also." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's probably why I've been sneezing like uncontrollably every time I visit my parents." And she's like, "Oh, your parents have dogs?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they have 5 dogs." So, and so the doctor was like, "Okay, so like try not to sleep over to your parents' house anymore." I'm just like, "I'm not gonna stop sleeping over my parents' house just because I'm allergic to dogs." Like, what? They're still my parents. She's like, "Okay, but like be careful." But I was like, "Okay, whatever." And I told my parents, "Okay, I'm allergic to dogs." And they were like, "Well," and they still have the 5 dogs, so and like I would not have let them give away the dogs, and I don't think they would ever have. They love the dogs too much, and I also love them, so. Whenever I come over, I pet them like I'm not allergic to them, and also I let them sleep in my bed sometimes. Reminds me of how my dad discovered his allergy to guinea pigs after my guinea pig died. Oh no, like did he stop like suddenly feel better after he died? Like he stopped sneezing? Is that what happened? Damn. Oh my god. She left home? What does that mean? You're lucky, Atsuko. I'm allergic to cats and mostly cats, but a little bit dogs also, and I guess that's it. I'm a little bit allergic to like I mean I am allergic to like pollen and stuff and probably dust mites, but I don't know. Last time I checked, she was like, "Yeah, you're not anymore allergic to dust mites," but I think I still am because I wake up every day fighting for my life. And to live in the old lady house not far from my home. Oh, okay, I guess she's not far then. That's good. As I made ramen, I got a mild allergic reaction. I have no idea which ingredient could have triggered it. Huh. Weird. I'm allergic to Poland. um, I'm allergic to Poland too. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna continue playing Disco Elysium. Last time we played, we reached like day 4. I believe it's day 4 in the morning. And there's a lot of stuff to do. So let's just get started. Like, a lot. I don't even want to talk to these guys yet because there's so much to do. I don't even know where to start, dude. Homosexuals on my screen? Yeah. Oh, you were reading a fanfic? Man, I still need to read that one fic that is a crossover between Disco Elysium and Slay the Princess. I still have it in my tabs. I need to read it. God damn it. Um, where to start? I need to call the. I already tried that last time, I think. Um. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Clausia now. Need to read my fic. I know, Atsuko. This is a priority, trust me. Your fic is a priority. I'm really trying to find the time to look at it. It is though. Like you're like in matters like in terms of fic. No, okay, yeah, it's different. I have priorities in terms of like art, in terms of fic, and in terms of whatever. Uh, fic reading yours is a priority. You know what I mean? Like, I'm also watching Arcane at the same time, but if I'm wanting to read a fic, then I'm gonna read yours first. You know what I mean? I just haven't had the time to read anything lately, is my problem.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Uh,
Not my favorite topic, but okay.
what can you tell me about him?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not.
I know it's difficult. She meant she sees him in her. You pissed it all away.
Well,
All of it.
How about we.
okay, I guess it's too early. Hello, this is your brain. Drink the blue bottle. I will not listen to my brain because it sounds like my brain is electrochemistry. Oh my god. Oops. What? Wait, I didn't mean to do that. What happened? Also, Dan Man, hi. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I did something stupid. I didn't mean to pin anything. I was trying to ban the guy. Yeah, you're right. But since it was like, it got caught by auto mode, I wasn't sure if you guys could see it. I need to watch Arcane before the convention in case I'll end up in the fandom, which is very possible, so I can buy shit and not miss out. Yeah, that's fair. I'm watching it right now. I had just watched, like, I watched episode 3 yesterday. Okay. Good to know. God, where do I start, dude? Okay, Classy, I can't do that. Hmm.
Wait. No. Something about this bunch doesn't smell right.
What do you mean, aren't they Evarts guys?
They are, but they don't seem too keen to talk with you, do they? No, they don't. Glenn seems to be contemplating grievous bodily harm while he massages his raw knuckles. In the far back, Eugene is doing his best to ignore you.
Okay.
And from his perch at the end of the table, Titus Hardy himself stares at you with a cold contempt that makes you want to leave the cafeteria straight away. Besides, you're pretty sure they consider themselves social democrats.
Haha, okay. I know what I'm gonna do first. I'm going to inspect the cryptid traps that were on the beach. Yes. This is my first mission. Okay, so this one I inspected. I gotta find the other ones. Can't really remember where they were. Not going to sing karaoke? I mean, I know I should at some point. I do have the tapes. So I could do it. I'm probably gonna wait till nighttime. That would be more fun. More people around. I don't know. Okay, no.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
Oh, Kim. I love you, Kim.
You guys are in a crisis. I'm on my way.
Hi, Twy. How you doing? Oh shit. Ooh, writing, nice. Guys. I don't know if you can hear you very well. I'm gonna go in there later. It's not really... God, I cannot wait for this, though. Like... For people who are not familiar with Disco Elysium, let me just tell you this right now. Everything that happens in this area is, like, the best. And, like... I'm so excited to get it started, but I wanna, like, keep doing the stuff that I had started first, so... But soon. Oh no.
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
Me?
Exactly.
Why am I like a seagull?
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became Shit City.
Oh.
And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons.
Fun.
No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mag. I guess I am a bit like the seagull.
Exactly. The seagull does what it takes, and so do you.
Okay.
You've got that same spirit in you. When the time comes, you push yourself.
Okay. The fuck was that? That's a nice seagull, though. Ah! Atsuko, you're gonna love this. Everything that happens in this bitch of an earth, like in this area, the church and all, you're gonna love this. Where's the fucking traps, dude? The rock. Money. Just everyone's gonna love this, but Atsuko, I think you will love this. Also. Damn. I didn't know you could do that either. How many PhDs do we need to understand it? What, the game? Or like the stuff that happens? No, I only got 2 traps, so I'll go look at that. I thought there was one near the church, though. There was something here. Not the trap, but... just the stuff in the church. I don't know. Yeah. 1,000. Hey!
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist. The reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done.
Bummer, it wasn't in here.
I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
Oh. You like cats, Kim. He's a cat person. He is also a car person when you think about it. He loves cats and cars. Tiu Mutiri seems important somehow. Why is it? Oh! That's the one I just inspected, I think. Bro, I got stuck here for no reason. Well, I guess it probably says in the thing where the check the trap near the boathouses west of the Feld building. Oh. East... wait. West of the Feld building. Yeah, you're right. Oops.
An old door worn by elements, The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to serve as what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot at the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Okay, I'm not gonna touch this. Why is this a red check? Man, I feel like it's already Thursday in the game, and I still have so much that I haven't done yet. How am I gonna do all of this? Right? I'm scared. No amounts of reloads will have that door. But I've never managed to open this door, and I don't know what it's supposed to do. I literally just checked that one. The boat houses. There was. Oh, that's the one.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds.
Look around.
Behind you, a ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain.
Have you ever rolled a 6 on it? No, I don't know what's behind that door.
When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
Anyway, the wind
The trap
blows.
feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No locust.
Oh,
No phasmid either. But still,
it's empty.
your voice echoes on the coast, carried by a gust of cold wind.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
But what if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out? No, wait. This wasn't the phasmid, but still, Morel needs to know.
We did sort of promise to tell them, didn't we?
Yeah, man. Lol. Okay, well... Return to Morel at the Whirling. Kim is the perfect example that you can be 42, have a receding hairline, and still be hot as fuck because of your personality. Exactly! Hey, Morel.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
Okay.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now.
I knew it.
I'm not surprised. It's already getting out of hand.
Well, in that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mesk in origin. The pin is an antique, quite special to the cryptozoological community.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning about?
Is this bird a cryptid?
No. It's the cryptid.
Wow, the cryptid?
Oh, yes.
Okay, what is this bird?
The 8-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters.
That's large.
It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until...
Mutation? All of evolution is a mutation.
Until
it was sighted by renowned Gotvaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21.
I need to hear about this sighting.
It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrau Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm.
Okay, and Uamrau is?
The world's largest canyon system, sweetie. It's a barren waste east of the Erg Desert. An ancient riverbed completely dried up.
What happened?
Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years. Since the fall of Pericarnassus, he was lost, without any navigation equipment and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird high in the noon sky. A great black bird. It seemed gargantuan. Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the teratorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times.
Eat the bird. Uva. It's the only way to survive.
He was following it?
Yes, or rather, hunting. A bird that big has a lot of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. For many days, Dr. Plattenkalk followed the teratorn until they reached a great canyon wall where the bird finally landed to rest. The professor climbed up there with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with his head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist. Then the teratorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird.
Why?
The bird was controlling his mind.
Whoa.
It kept him from approaching. He could step back, but every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uwe spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away.
An 8-eyed an 8-eyed mind controlling bird. Fuck yes.
Absolutely, sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Wamrau is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets.
Modern radar telemetry shows great promise. We will confirm this one by the end of the decade, latest.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes and is a living fossil and the largest bird ever to live. It also does mind control.
Cool.
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
So that was the last anyone saw of it?
Sadly, yes. But there are numerous reports of 8-eyed bird skulls from Il Mara. And then there's the striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian imperial eagle, an ancient heraldic symbol that is hard to pass off as coincidence. The imperial eagle, too, had 8 eyes.
Not really. It's just stylization. The way they drew eyes. It's not a zoological drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very hard.
This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking, that man is into cryptids.
Fuck yeah!
So, what else do you want to know? I'm glad you like them, but I'm not really one to tell you.
Hey, Morel, hear me out about the fucking traps.
Ha ha! Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman. Now then, what can I do for you?
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial. But inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I checked all the traps,
Good. Okay. And?
and one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Surprise, tempered with fear and trepidation. He doesn't know what to think yet. Maybe you're joking?
Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locust, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
Are you sure you've exhausted all the alternative explanations?
Of course we have.
Wait, Morel, he may have a point. We have an obligation to rule out other hypotheses.
You're right, dear. It's a fair point. But what other explanation could there be? Pardon me. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently. You have your suspicions, but nothing you can form into a viable explanation.
Why do I keep missing those fucking 72% checks?
Really, officer, we can take it from here.
Yes, sweetie, we've already taken too much of your time.
Oh my fucking god. How do you fast travel? How do you do it? How does that work? I'm right here. Man, whatever. I'm not gonna waste my time trying to figure this out. I was gonna visit Roy anyway. Yeah, I was trying to travel towards the church, but it wasn't working.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Alright, Roy. Okay.
Top of the morning to you. How may I be of service?
Early bird gets the worm, huh?
Perhaps. I just like being awake for the transition between night and morning, bearing witness to the first hints of light on the horizon.
Wow, I can actually ask about a bunch of stuff. The boombox I bought, I should play this tape, right?
Of course. It's in working order still, isn't it? Just pick your tape and set it spinning. It all starts with the tape.
I'd like to buy back the commemorative pin I sold.
Yes. Fortunately, I still have it. $3.30 and it's yours.
$3.30, but I sold it for $3.20.
Yes, you did, but this is how pawn shops make profit.
Yeah.
So, do you want it or not?
That's not a lot of profit, but okay.
Here you go, officer. Anything else I can do for you today?
Is Roy high, and if yes, then what is he on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon? What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Is it just me, or is it really warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
Say, what's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster. Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
Damn.
He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile, what's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood. Tough son of a gun, this one. Respect.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
It must have been tough radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How'd you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
I wanted to ask about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Have people from Everclear's union come here to track that gun?
Maybe. Shady looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Thanks for the review. Let's talk about something
Sure,
else.
man.
Do you have any recordings of the Col du Mama d'Aqua?
The Col du Mamadaqua? Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
Well, I have hobbies just like all normal people because I'm a normal person.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply otherwise. But it's been a while since I've gone hunting for the Col du Mamadaqua myself. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore, and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
That sounds so cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Col du Mamadaqua, and he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
And did you ever find it?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Col du Mamadaqua.
Can I listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have
No.
a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
Do we really have time for this?
Spin that bird song!
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
I don't think I did this last time I played.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. That's an illusion. Your breathing is just as it was and will remain that way unless you start panicking. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums.
What's that?
Gulls and skewers. But shh.
That's it. The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
You know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the Col du Mamadaqua. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
Well, thank you, man. Oops, I need to save expeditiously. Okay, well, we have the boombox now. I guess we are gonna listen to the Door Gunner Mega Mix. There it is, the boombox. And Door Gunner Mega Mix.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Play the tape.
You push command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
Come on, see.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
Okay, Kim.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too.
Why?
Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree. He also sounded inebriated.
Still.
There's more going on here than we know.
Who's this Corti?
Corti could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work.
What's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay, then what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night. The contrast feels chilly, inappropriate even.
I got Lena's pin back. I can give it back to her. I'm broke as fuck, though. But that's okay.
Oh, hello, sweetie. So nice to see you again.
About your pin.
I hope you were able to pawn that old trinket.
I bought it back. I know it means a lot to you. You should have it.
Oh, thank you, dear. I confess I am glad to see it again. Very honorable of you, officer.
Even the lieutenant seems happy with this turn of events.
Now, what else, sweetie?
We're good. Have you tried pulling yourself out by your bootstraps? What? Oh.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
Wow.
A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Yes, the word whore was used. Kohoi was mentioned.
He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to Kohoi, he wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
I tried using the language feature where you can change the text on the fly. I don't think I have that. It's the Switch version, and I tried to look for it and I couldn't find it. Do you think he was trying to scare people?
No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Persona?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
She wouldn't. She doesn't have the full Hoy in her.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? In Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Where is Lelystad, the place I'm in?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
Sex, alcohol, no love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
No need to get political.
The young woman is smiling, still, about their bad habits.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no, we even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
The adversary one.
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice.
Oh, sure.
Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
I too have stroke. I don't want to say that. Let's get to the rest.
The young woman nods.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
You liked it?
Quite a lot, yes.
It was an Oranese map of the waterways?
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
For showing off to chicks, how so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranese lit?
Is this Oranese lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Oranese lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober. A change of topic?
I think we're finished with this line of questioning.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Okay.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
It's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder?
Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
How old do I look?
How old? 58?
Oh my god, that's really old, really?
You asked.
What if you're wrong? We were both wrong about the deceased. He turned out to be 40.
42. And he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
42 is always the answer. Real. I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than that.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
The ravages of Al Ghul are nearly as extreme as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
There's silence. Then a little more. Here it comes. Mercy.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go?
Let's go!
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on, I am not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Okay. Okay.
Yes?
The door.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefreiter. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap on the roof with your foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
So maybe the door below is a mega investigation.
No, still a mini investigation.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Yeah. Maybe. Who else think they could kick the door in? I mean, I'm gonna try my best. But
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
well, I'm probably gonna get hurt. Ow.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
This is such a funny way to put it. The door fails to respect the force.
All right, let's trash the place.
Oh.
Let's not.
Your foot is ready to explode and punish this object.
Swallow the rage.
The sturdy wood door has lost all respect.
God damn it. The trick is to use the sole of your foot. I imagine it would work better that way. I don't know if he tried to do it with the toes or whatever, but hey Titus, got some news for
It's
you.
you again. What is it?
So I talked to Classy about the tape.
And
nothing. She stands by what she said.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
She pretty much laughed it off, Titus.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
Sounds like you wanted it to change her mind about the hanged man. This is definitely personal.
Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
She is kind of crazy. She is kind of crazy. Like, everyone is kind of crazy in this game.
Right. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
Funny.
Women are crazy. Irrational.
Women are crazy.
That's what you're thinking, right? Also, your fists are itching for a bump.
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her
I'm just
head.
a girl. She's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine.
Yeah. You're right about that. She takes way too many drugs.
Well, it's as they say. You can't do anything with an underdose.
They say that?
With an overdose, you can at least try to come off it. Take a bath, do breathing exercises, get medical attention as necessary. With an underdose, you're just...
What kind of logic is that? I hate it.
Yeah, underdose isn't an actual word.
Yeah, but I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Not like you.
What?
Not like us. I don't think I've ever seen her sober.
I would say I have a pretty big drug problem for me to have lost my entire memory. I don't know. I think this is personal for you. I think you had feelings for her.
Yeah, they're all queers. Can't bump, hard fist, or anything.
What? That's not what you said.
That's alright, Glenn. I just thought I thought anyone would come around if they heard that shit. Apparently I was wrong.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
You wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic, or else you might antagonize.
I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. It's cool now.
Okay, be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wit.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
Convince Titus he is being manipulated. Titus! You are being manipulated!
Glacier is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth.
Bro, are you
There
fucking
are many
serious?
ways to go about it. All of them really good.
No, we fucking ain't, asshole.
Bro.
No, Glenn. I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me?
Who do you think?
I think you're losing it, Fiddle Man.
No. No. This fucking suicide carny is trying to get to me. This ain't gonna work with Titus Hardy.
He'll put the fiddle down.
I do not understand. This fiddle played totally.
This is
sensible.
so dumb.
The
I had
concept is solid,
83%
but
chances.
the delivery, tragically off. You sounded.
This is ridiculous, dude. How am I so unlucky with this run? I feel like I'm getting fucked, like, in the asshole. I'm just gonna put a bunch of skill points and shit. Rhetoric. Suggestion. Volition. This is actually ridiculous, man.
It's you again. What is it?
Swear to God, man. Hold on, I'm gonna save first. Because with the luck I have... I don't know.
It's you again. What is it?
Convince Titus he is being manipulated. Titus? Again!
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter.
One of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility. Outside, under the rising sun. Tattered and in ruins, the windows of the cafeteria aglow with her morning
That's
light.
it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it.
Write it down, Kim. And Martinez, they'll just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
All because... Because of some chick.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
The man's fists under the table are balled. You can tell from his neck and shoulders. He means it.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We just couldn't get him down, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one.
Let's go!
You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Look at Kim first.
The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What? What does that mean? Go for it. The lieutenant has his eyes set on the fat guy.
Oh, what,
Push
you're...
Angus. We're almost there.
Oh, what, you're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Ha 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 ha.
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control. Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Damn.
Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Bye, Lizzie.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
So you didn't kill him, he was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How'd you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. And there was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's... I'm sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Who's Tibbs, the 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
If Claudia didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Claudia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, Years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker, the missing 8th Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to talk to.
Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go...
What?
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
Bro! Oh yeah, it happens several times per stream. I don't know what's wrong with this game. And I don't know why it's doing this so often now when it barely did this. Last time I played, I don't remember it crashing every stream. And the thing is, like, I'm at the end of the conversation. So, like, I have to redo the whole thing. I'm so annoyed right now. It's just goddamn, like, always. And it keeps, like, I save after every conversation, but it happens at the end of a conversation when I haven't saved in a while because the conversations are so long. It was too good for too long, exactly. That's the problem. I'm tired, man. Hi, Chain. Yeah, that's okay, no worries. Welcome. Oh my god, please just load. Oh my god. It's also just this, like the fact that it takes forever to load. I literally just, like, I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Okay, Lizzie's still here, so, and I put my points in, so it's right before I talk to him again.
It's you again. What is it?
Convince Titus he's been just outside. Huh? He'll get it.
Got it.
Bring that.
The man's...
Yes, I understand, Alain.
It wasn't that.
That's it, officer. He's onto you. He knows...
We didn't...
Shut up,
Fatty! Dennis! Angie.
Why are you...
Lizzie.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
What just happened? You're in. He's all...
Me too.
The lieutenant...
Me too.
He nod.
You hanged.
Another nod.
Cause the girl...
Girls...
Did she?
Cop, I have... Class shake. It looked like she... I've done...
Good enough.
You don't get... We went up...
He means...
Tibbs patched the window. Nah, he's my brother. You may have noticed. They can't show up there, pal.
And why would...
Why would I? I guess we're about... Not yet. I'm thinking...
Hers, you mean?
I mean the...
I like that.
My dude. Tell you what I'd do.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became... Remember?
That's right. Fella.
A little too...
That woman is just affiliated with the... Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klaus. You do this.
Suddenly.
She... Klausya came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But...
Still, after all this headache...
But you would still prefer if we didn't take her away?
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
I love you, Titus. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a break from the main investigation right now because there's a lot of side stuff to do here. So I'm gonna do some of the side stuff. Is there any strong authority figure you don't love in this game? I mean, I don't like Everard. He sucks. Oh, maybe I should be able to convince her now.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Okay, let me put some suggestion clothes. Whatever that is. As of last night, I'm officially come free, so I'll finally be able to work on the Cascar exchange. Hell yeah! I'm excited to see what you decide
Our
to do.
tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Convince her to sign Everett's document, please.
Logic and reason won't work on this old bat. Better go for shameless emotional manipulation. What's the grandmother's deepest vulnerability? Does this feel like a good thing, though?
I'm gonna find another way. I don't want to manipulate her.
Damn, you almost had it. What was this? A pang of conscience?
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it up for me?
I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Hell yeah.
I don't think last time I got her signature, I think I found another way to, like, fuck.
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay.
Yeah.
I could use a breather before another rainy day begins.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Thank you. Now...
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
What do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way.
Okay. Logic. +1 logic. Wait. Yes. Why is... Look at his head, it's like glitching. Yeah. Ooh, some good logic points. I'm so fucking logical right now. I'm inclined to always listen to Volition. For real. Same. Interact with this again.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Wait, what are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it will probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Look, Kim, these people are going to have to move away because of the noise.
Of course, I should have seen it. Eval probably has eyes on us, but if the second signature were to be somehow wrong...
He won't say it outright, but he's suggesting forgery.
You're suggesting forgery?
Forgery, yes. It would render the document invalid.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
It's not the sort of act I would normally encourage, but under the circumstances, if done discreetly, it may be the only way to save what's left of the village.
Or you could try to trick Everard. Get someone random to sign the document. By the time the union boss finds out, your business here will already be concluded.
Okay, we're gonna do it inside of here. No one can see me. Do 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 do.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
Wait, what?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
Interfacing. I wonder what happens if I fail this. I don't actually know. Ooh, 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 ooh.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
Please, please,
a
just
12 to 40 month construction
give
period
me
and
luck
zoning
for this
in
once.
the addendum. With a confident
Yes.
flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line?
The name Isabel Sadie.
Indeed. To be honest, it does look very convincing. The calligraphy is close to superb. It might as well be her actual signature, but it's not, and the document will be nullified if she disputes it. That means Everard will have to start over. All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everard's accountant in La Delta.
Oh, I finished the Col do Mama Dakwa thought.
Col de Mama Dakwa.
Is it a red or white check?
It's
it was a
not
red
only
check.
Your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper, light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you haven't heard the Col du Mama Dakwa, but you have discovered that you have amazing hearing. It must be the only part of you the alcohol hasn't drowned out. Keep listening.
Let's go! Amazing hearing. Now we gotta mail this bitch out. This is my goal. He must not be disco enough. Yeah. Get down! Alright. I'm mailing the letter, and then what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna keep exploring the one part of this area that I haven't explored yet, because it will lead me to a quest that I haven't done yet, but I haven't finished, so I have to do that. And where's the mailbox again? What?
Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colors nearly meld together.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to...
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion, points the vehicle. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
What's it pack in there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
That's a, what, a 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
Saying these words brings him immense joy.
What in there made the infernal whining sound that woke me? A fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down.
You need to slam it, Kim. Make it more imposing.
Sorry, I'm not following you.
Lingo it up.
Drop the riot 200 mil, get the camera to frosty minuses. I don't know what that means.
No. That's porno tuning.
Whatever that means.
Use bigger words.
It needs a massive aero kit and a gargantuan roof mounted.
Porno. That's short for pornography.
Okay.
The sole purpose of pornography is to stimulate one's visual sense to evoke sexual arousal. The same is true with the modifications you're proposing.
So, what's wrong with pornography?
That's a negative on the porno. Thank you, though.
I've never seen this dialogue before.
No one in the history of convictions has been more sure of anything.
I love this line. Wait, I'm gonna write it down. I love it so much. No one in the history of convictions has been more sure of anything. That's so funny. I love the way this game is written. No one in the history of convictions has been more sure of anything. This is a very serious game. I think you could work that into a pickup line. Possibly. What in there made the infernal whining sound that woke me?
You mean the coil noise?
What is coil noise?
When variable current passes through wires that make up the coils on the electrical system on this machine, it causes vibration in the wires and the cores of the coils. When the frequency of the current in the coils falls within the audible range, the resulting vibration creates the whiny sound you mentioned.
The stream lagged for me, and after a few seconds of silence, I heard pornography. We were talking about pornography in the game, like, you know, I was suggesting that Kim pimps his ride, makes it look cool and make more noise, and he's like, no, that's pornography, and I'm like, what's wrong with pornography? And he's like, I'm not gonna do that. It's pornography. That's a no on the pornography.
What a binoclard.
That's mean.
Whatever you do, don't make fun of the lieutenant for explaining this to you.
Wow, how do you know all that?
I have pretty much maintained my vehicles by myself ever since one was assigned to me. You inevitably pick up some knowledge on the way.
There's pride in there. A trained driver knows his ride.
Okay, let's move. Does that one show, Pimp My Ride, still exist? Like, I remember it was one of those shows that were like directly, that had like a really bad French dub over it. What's that? There's something down there. What is it? What do you mean? Where was I going? Oh yeah, I don't... Oh yeah, I was looking for the mailbox, right.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
I knew we'd get to use this mailbox for something.
Yes, for sending mail.
Drop the white envelope into the mailbox.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon.
Are you sure the dub was bad because the show wasn't bad enough to begin with? No, okay, it wasn't actually like... What I mean by that is that instead of like dubbing it, they put a French voice over the English voices. So you could hear the English voices of the original, and they put like the French voice over it. It was weird. Like we had several shows like that, and Pimp My Ride was one of them. And I remember I watched a little bit of it back when I watched TV way more, and I was like, this looks dumb.
Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that
yeah?
slut, Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Okay, good mail delivery box. Pat the box.
The box seems happy.
I guess we have to talk to Everard, and then I'll go back to the coast. Kim, follow me. What?
There. Do you smell that?
Smell what?
Can you not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness? That sense that the world is in need of dramatic, even violent...
Oh, the communists. Close your eyes and take a deep breath.
Can you smell it now? You inhale. The cilia along your olfactory epithelium tingle with excitement as they sift through the swirling morass of industrial odors. First come the smells of the agitated strikebreakers, layers of body oil and sweat.
Ew.
Over-buttered meals pulled from bake-like lunch pails, the biting stench of lye soap. And then there's the slowly oxidizing metal gates, the scent of stale grease emanating from every crack.
Everything in order, detective?
I'm smelling for communist, Kim.
You're smelling for... You know what? I'll just leave you to it. Carry on, detective.
It is a mark of the lieutenant's respect for you that he does not press you on this decidedly extracurricular errand. The lieutenant lacks your highly developed politico-olfactory cortex. The reek of communism is undeniable, and it's coming from that railing right
You
there.
mean from mañana?
Yes, now's your chance to establish contact.
Alright. Well, I'll do that, but first, I gotta talk to Everett, and then gotta go back to the coast, and then I'll come back here, and then, I don't know, I still need to go to the church. There's so much to do. That's why I'm afraid that I won't have enough time to do all the things that I want to do. Go in there. Go in the dark. What about this door?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
I don't know if this is gonna help. I don't want to waste too many points on rhetoric. Maybe I should wait.
Yes, of course. Now we're on the right track. It smells like we're getting crates and pallets calling to mind. Vast stands of winter pines. A swirl of ancient odors absorbed by heavy carpet fibers. But also a pervasive, treacly sweetness that somehow reminds you of cola nuts. The whole place could probably use a good deep cleaning, you think?
Well, smelling much communism around the Union boss's office?
Hush, Kim, I'm detecting.
Meanwhile, Everard Clare clatters away on his typewriter, willfully indifferent to your presence.
Everett, I don't want to be pals with you, but here's your letter thing or whatever.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today?
It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today.
My friend, the
You've
mailman.
given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Oh, Bratan, you play the old man like a three-string banjo. He has no idea.
Better not to gloat, sire. 'Tis arrogance that gives the play away. Be subtle. You don't know his full plan. Perhaps he expected trickery. Perhaps the signatures weren't important. The point is, do not think you're ahead of him.
The signatures I got, I know you plan to force them out with the construction noise.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed.
You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland, there's nothing left. But mark my words, officers, we are going to reset it. Reset! I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth center supermarket church complex.
Ugh.
Employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
Do you really expect me to believe that?
Yes, I do. I got the center, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
There is true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain. The pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that. And then there will be a giant statue of him towering above it all.
I knew you were up to something.
Damn right I'm up to something, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
A true flash of anger in him, as he thinks of her.
Did you order the hangman killed?
Order it? You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
What do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid of your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole.
Wow.
She has no chance.
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Actually, no, it's not.
Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
How many of you, who killed the hangman?
No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everard Clare. Couldn't have done it without him.
How do you know it's a guy?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
Yeah, how are you going to fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
You can't possibly hope to continue like you have. Clients will leave en masse.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
What did my goof... I thought it was okay to start writing a rough draft outline in pen. I bet there's like a lot of scratching.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperazole.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Interesting stuff. I just want to solve this murder, okay?
You know why you're such a good detective, Harry? You don't get sidetracked.
Oh, I don't know about
that. You
that.
care about the people you're supposed to protect, not some systems that may or may not be unethical. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
It would still be illegal.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
That's very ambitious. I love what you're doing for the working man, I suppose. I'm a little suspicious,
Harry.
but...
Thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me, because in many ways, you are that working man. You have already done so much work.
Can I ask you about specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
Can't get my gun now!
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me. But it had to be done.
Fine, where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character. So watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy.
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway...
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you. Don't worry, Harry.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
She was waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The Pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
I'm looking for a cell of underground communists. Can you help me?
Mr. Dubois, really? Do I look like a man who has time for underground communists? I'm as above ground as it gets.
That's a non sequitur, if you've ever heard one.
Let's drop the funny stuff. I'm trying to make contact with my revolutionary brethren.
Sure thing, Harry. We're all business now. The answer is still no. I'm a busy man, as you can see. I don't block off time on my schedule for underground types.
Schedule?
If you haven't spoken with my man Magnani yet, I'd suggest you start there. He's more in touch with what's happening at the ground level, so to speak.
That's all you're going to get out of him, it appears.
Now, was there anything else you wish to discuss today?
I just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him. Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
I'm always happy to educate and entertain. Very nice, Harry. Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you.
There was a bullet in the hangman's head.
So they shot him?
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard. What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my two little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
Okay.
By all means, Harry, what's on your mind?
I must save. This conversation was so long. I'm out of here. Okay, now I know about where my gun is, so I just have to wait until nighttime in-game. So I can meet with the lady who has it. I'm not gonna be able to do that today though, because it's gonna be a while. What I want to do now. I'll come back to this later. I'm obviously not gonna make it. I'm going back to the coast. Hello? Why am I stuck? This is where I haven't gone yet. A big wine canister is open and empty. Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation. Shut up, electrochemistry!
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is awful. That is awful.
It doesn't help. You can still smell.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like
Oh
that.
no, there's a dead body ahead.
Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Kim, what's that smell?
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Eyes up, detective. Something's not right here.
Oh. And there it is, a dead man on the boardwalk.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab roll.
I gotta fucking look at the dead body.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
This is one of the saddest quests in this game, in my opinion. One of the saddest side quests.
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no. This sounds terribly familiar. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits. Or maybe it was just dark.
Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build, age approximately 50 to 60 years. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. That's what the chewing gum seems to point to as well.
Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one on the back of his head.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. That's
Fatal!
exactly the shape of the bench.
Step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet.
Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
True. It feels disrespectful.
Examine this chewing gum wrapper.
Rabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself.
Yeah.
You know who this is.
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband dead on the boardwalk.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
It's the leather jacket. It matches her description perfectly.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Do you think he was drunk?
Oh yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
Could it be related to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? 2 suspicious deaths in such a short time frame.
You're right. Connecting it with the lynching is a stretch.
Without any further evidence, yes.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
What's the part I'm supposed to love? Still not here. It probably will be a while until we get there, so probably not today. It's just like, it starts, I'm probably gonna start the quest today, but the end of the quest is the good part. Which is probably gonna be in a few streams, like a stream or 2, I don't know. It's just really fun. What about field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me.
So I'm doing this quest for now, which I'm about to finish, I think. And then I'm gonna start the one I was talking about. It's hardcore!
I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
You're right, I don't see anything criminal here. Let's leave it at that.
Good call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest.
We found him, we should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Feel bad for leaving him here.
There's some tear. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter. Is all you find? No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge.
Tomato.
The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
Okay, time to look at this library card.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp
Theobald.
indicates that the book has been
You
returned.
pronounce that Thibault. I know it's bullshit, but that name is pronounced Thibault. Like... Theobald.
Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
This is sad. This is sad. I already know who this is.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to Jamrock Public Library.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist.
I'm looking for any
This is how
information.
people get when the police call.
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Mejean, a reader.
Billy Mejean, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
On Moreau Drive in central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Mejean's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Yeah, his home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
Do you have any information on Billy Mijan?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Mijan? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes. Okay, if it was the police.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Good. You have a name now.
So Billy Mijan is a woman, not a man? How'd your colleague know that it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
And then goes for a little drink later. On the lookout.
Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like?
Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Okay, so thank you. That's all for me. I have no other questions.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
I need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
An unidentified middle-aged man, height 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head against a metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
This part is so sad. Yeah, I was just saying, like, this quest is one of the saddest ones. It's very sad.
Any signs of violence?
No, it seems like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card from his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
It's from Central Jamrock Public Library. It belongs to someone named Billy Mijan.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you? Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
Shoot.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Cortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S K-O-R-T-E-N-A-I-R. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February 09.
Neonatal Care Unit.
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
According to Klasia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
Wait, he was found on a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Crenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
Well, we have his name and service record now.
A name. This is very good. Ellis Cortenard.
This means something to him. to know that name. Like naming a case. It's important. Sometimes police work is about human dignity. About giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
Nope.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Okay, well... we are going to deliver the unfortunate news to our working class woman. I feel very bad for her. And then we're going to the tent. What the fuck? No. Someone is watching from within. What the hell?
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup à l'oignon. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
Soup à l'oignon?
This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard.
Don't knock! Just leave! You don't need this! You don't need to sad it up!
Hold on, Kim, we should discuss this before we move on. What should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring.
Okay, no problem, Twy. See you later. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Also, I was about to say, it's a really sad quest, especially because, like, when you first meet that woman, you're, like, kind of clowning her about the fact that her husband might be missing. You know, you're just like, I feel like your husband is missing, even though there's, like, no reason to believe that. But then he's actually just missing and dead. And you have to tell her. It's awful. It feels so bad. Do you have any advice on how to tell her he's
dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Yeah.
Good advice.
What if I don't want to do the... alright, I think I'm ready.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
Is this Billy Méjean's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Tidying up. Nervously. There's fear in her voice.
Come in. The door is open.
Da, 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 da.
It's you from the bookstand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back? I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what. No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it?
How about some small talk? before you break the news. Definitely no small talk. This isn't the time or place.
The fact that the music starts playing here. So how have you been? I don't think I should do that. Tell her about the dead body.
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband Victor Méjean was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What did you say?
A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins.
Your husband Victor Méjean is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
What happened to him?
It was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head.
Was he drunk?
Alcohol may have played a role, yes.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
It couldn't have been long.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress.
Here.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No, no. I just need to tell my girls.
It burns like acid.
God. Should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier. Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon. Already, she starts to shake.
Again, I'm very sorry, ma'am.
We should step outside and talk.
Okay. Painful. That was painful.
You did well.
What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
That's it.
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done.
Right, this is close then.
Let's go.
Well, we did it. That was sad. But we finished the quest. And it's time to start another! Let's go to the tent. Time for some tonal whiplash. Yeah. Yeah. There's money here that I never noticed. Maybe I should talk to her first.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh. Hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
You don't
I do.
have to do anything.
I should, and I do.
Oh. I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man. Fuck the hat.
What?
Your pulse rises.
Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
What's your name?
Estelle.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
Estelle who? I'm not a young suitor. This is official police business.
Okay, it's Berger.
A very common name.
What's that device you have here?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Yeah, any news on my wife's name or about my mother?
No.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I mean the boxer Contact Mike.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
That's not fair. And an understatement.
How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where'd you get the mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
It means I'm hip beyond my years.
That's cool.
Never mind. Let's talk about that contact mic instead.
Sure.
Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Wait, what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Just nod.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish. Very useless all of a sudden.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I had some other question.
Go ahead.
Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become, like, a club for anodic dance music. Like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that... yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here. Not in a million years.
What is anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Electronic instruments like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like. If it ever comes.
So you want to turn the church into a club? A
I
club?
know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, don't get me wrong, but you're cops, right?
Yes, what do you ask?
Okay, well... maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I talked to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? Go ahead.
Actually, that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
Alright, let's go. Y'all ready?
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Squeezing.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
Okay, Kim.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Okay, bon appetit, Chain. There it is. Everyone who watches my streams knows this song already because every time I stream art, I like play this song in the background.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair.
Thank
with
you,
a
Chain. I'll see you
toothbrush. He
later.
puts the
I'm probably
toothbrush
gonna
down
end
and
this after this
extends his
dialogue, yeah.
hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
This is my posse.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
Egg!
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need, the place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
Enough histrionics, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revershoal.
Strike that! The word!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burners really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind, no narcomaniacs on my watch.
Yes, yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
Okay, I'll look into it. Tell me more.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
What's the status of the church? I haven't gotten inside the building yet.
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
What about the key?
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Catch the key as it flies towards you.
You sense
Yay!
the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something here.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Right, other questions?
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the police involved?
Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water.
What?
Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
What was that about something watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human? As in a ghost? Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crabman.
A crabman?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior.
Are you sure there was a crabman?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building. There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Can you tell me more? Hi, Nix. Whoa. How you doing? Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you. As if to say, this is a dark corner.
Hey.
Look behind it.
Jacked up to some snuff station?
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people getting killed on, then jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff. We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more.
So how can you be sure they're burnouts and dopeheads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
I don't see a single thing wrong with that argument.
I'm 70% sure they're substance users. Don't let the technology fool you.
Okay, alright, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
You mentioned some kind of ecclesiastes own the church. Who are these ecclesiastes?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Before we go on, what do you mean by Meteoran?
You know, of Meteo. Concerning Meteo.
Meteo?
Meteo, a country on Muindi. On the Muindi Isola.
Oh, the founding party. I do know them, but can you refresh my memory?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
And
they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
It doesn't sound like they would appreciate it. They sound exactly the kind who would want loud, anodic music in their church.
You're right, they do. The Pericarnassian Church is about love, and Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance. Love is hardcore.
I fucking love this guy.
Unity. Unity. Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base.
No words.
As if testing the waters.
I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse?
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you. The world is silent.
Enjoy the beat.
Feels good.
I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can. He's coming around. You're getting it.
You're right. How could the founding party be anything but enthusiastic? Dance music is about love, and so is the Pericarnassian Church.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
Okay.
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more question?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen! Bring the disco into this world! Get this church shit on, and then dance there, motherfucker!
You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if they get this club going. You've got it in you.
I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And it's distilled too.
Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
Hate to tell you, but it reeks of sweat in here.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
It also smelled ether. Why?
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid? No.
It's mixed with a peculiar chemical scent like laundry detergent.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share. However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So, not under the influence right now.
What's with all the Nosafed?
The what now?
The Nosafed Ultra. You have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra. I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
Okay. You sound fine to me.
Yes. That's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosafed is the shit.
Good. Now on to the next thing.
Yes. What?
Alright.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Logic.
As always, we'll be...
Let me save. Okay, I have the logic stuff.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids, now gather around.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure where and how, I fell sick and became the shadow you see now, but before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective.
But you still are!
Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here sees I'm a disgrace into the uniform.
What happened?
Disco happened. Wait, I did. I happened to myself.
That's a real downer.
Yeah, now obviously that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
You're sober. Was it hard for you to keep sober for this meeting?
We don't need drugs to be hardcore. Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Maybe not today, Egg, but you need drugs to get through the day when you're not expecting me.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
Bottom line is, I know.
What exactly is it you know?
This isn't the making of a club, it's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Where is his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker, you have only one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
You have no headphones. Wouldn't Estelle need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
That Nosifed is here for its active ingredients.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life. What's your point, Lawbringer?
The ether in the air, a useful solvent, good for getting acting agent out of a solution.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
So what are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
You tell me what's really going on and we'll work from there. I can be lenient.
What do you mean by lenient?
Not calling back up and hauling you all off to the pen for starters.
Okay, man. Okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revachol. Because we do! We totally do! We just need to turn it into a speed lab before.
To get our foot in the door.
And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there. But the sign was way off, too. I couldn't feel the love at all. Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
I'm not gonna fucking arrest them. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for hypnotic music.
Yeah! I knew it. It's impossible now. No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for hypnotic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
What's that about a fish?
There needs to be a club for hypnotic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here.
I hate it here.
It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time.
Ooh! I knew this was gonna happen. This was like the one dialogue I wanted to do in fucking... God damn it, man. And just end the stream, but now I have to fucking redo it. I'm so sick. Yeah. This keeps happening. I swear to God, man. I just wanted to finish this and then go to bed or something. God damn it. Pissing me off. At least I did save, like, before I did the check. so I don't have to redo the entire dialogue. It's very annoying. Please load. Yeah, it's the second time this stream. Like, it's just, I just expect it to happen at this point. Like, it just... No. It's just this game is glitchy as hell. I love it so much, but man. I don't remember it glitching that much, though, before.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I hope I get it right this time, because...
Okay.
The thing is that I did the check when the first time, and I don't want to have to fucking like waste my goddamn time. Maybe it's the fact you're streaming that makes it lag. No, I was streaming it the first time too, and I don't think it was crashing that much. Maybe it happened like once or twice in the entirety of my like playthrough, but it happens every stream, like 2 or 3 times now. Every stream. I don't know. But I mean, it's apparently just not a me issue. It's like a Switch issue. Like, I looked at the I looked online to see if people were having the same problem, and they were like, yeah, the game just keeps crashing, and we have to save like after every dialogue basically for no reason. And um, someone was like, yeah, they know about the issue, and they've been like trying to fix it, and but nothing's happening, because this team is kind of dead. And the that post was from 2021. So we're doomed. Please hurry up. Please just get it
Hi
right.
again. So, how are things going?
Okay.
Bro, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm sorry for saves coming, but I'm sorry. It just feels so unfair when I literally passed the check before it crashed, and now I can't pass it. So yeah, I'm saves coming when this shit happens. Just saw we reached the last stretch goal for the zine. Yay! Yeah, I'm happy about that. That's so cool. We're getting the Omamori charm. I'm really excited. Yay! Me too. And I'm excited for y'all to see what we did in there. Oh, when is it expected to start shipping again? Because Canada Post is being stupid and doing a strike right now. It will be a while, probably. We still need to get, like, I think we need to finish, like, the layout of it, which I believe should take a few weeks. But then after that, for the physical copies, we'll have to get them manufactured. So many people will see our stuff, miss. It's gonna be printed in other people's hands all over the world. Bro, I can't believe it. I've been in the zine before, but like, just as a writer, like as a contributor.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Please, let me fucking...
A number of... How about the one, their would-be leader, is left...
But you still are. What happened? That's a
The young... He senses something is wrong.
We don't... Shut the fuck up, Egg. Climb down from the... What exactly is it you know? I have no...
One speaker. They have...
What do you mean? It's a one speaker. What do you know about spinning?
He said it was for his nose. And of all cellular-based...
Make up your mind. First is the sweat. No shit. That's... Come on, that... I meant to say, not true. What do you mean?
There's resign. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
In my case, it's good considering the strike. Yeah, it's probably gonna take a while. I don't know exactly, but manufacturing is gonna take maybe... I don't want it to be stuck at the post office or worse, get lost because of the strike. Yeah, I hope not. I don't think it's gonna be during the strike. And tell me what's really going on and work from there. I can be
What do you mean by leaning? Okay, things are... Because we just...
To get our foot in the door.
Like I told you. No, man. But the... Sir?
This is it. Judgment time.
Let's do this clean, no speed lab, just a clock for hypnotic music.
Yeah! I knew it. It's No, Andre, it's hard. Then we need a...
This will mean you can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind. A grape-shot row of falling houses. And so is Rue de Saint-Giraud and all the houses on Main Row. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa La Bosse.
I don't think so either, but I have no idea how long it's going to last because they're asking for a very unreasonable raise and didn't accept the other offer the government gave, so... Damn, okay. I hope so, then... Does anyone feel that?
What?
Nothing, let's call this incident crime prevention, but I have my eye on you.
Okay. We'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg? From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
That's it for now.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna talk to these guys quickly and then go to bed.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Probably.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid.
He did say skibbity.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
The supernatural, so you think it's real, that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching?
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Okay, maybe I'll come back later. I'm out of here. Alright. I finally finished what I wanted to do for this stream. There's still so much, though. Like, I really need to level up some of these that I haven't leveled up yet. God damn. Look at all these fucking quests, dude. Help. Okay, so this is my favorite quest from this game. Help ravers start a nightclub. Shit's great. It's so good. And the end of it is so chef's kiss. The writing of it at the end is just insane! And I can't wait to get there. So, yeah. But for now it's gonna take a bit, maybe next stream or maybe the one after, I don't know. It's a while. Because I also have to confront the pigs and get your gun back. There's the lady who's gonna be waiting for me at night. Get the whole story from Titus. That's the main, stuff. Get yourself organized. I have to do the communist quest. Or, I don't even know this one. It's gonna be entirely new for me because I didn't do it last time. And then it's like older stuff. I need to explore the whirling secret passages. I don't remember how to get there though. But that's okay. We're gonna figure it out. Little by little. It's only 2 p.m. in the day, so we're gonna have time on Friday to do a lot of this stuff. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I had fun today, even though the game crashed twice. And in the middle of conversations. Annoying. At the end of conversations, so like way after I could save. Let me just see who I can raid. Live on Shadows playing a Mario game. Starting the raid is gonna take a few seconds. But yeah, thank you guys again for coming. I appreciate it. I will see y'all on Wednesday for more Genshin Impact. We're probably gonna do some more like World Quest catch up. There's also... I also need to do Chaska's thing, but I don't think I want to do it on Wednesday, so we'll see. I don't know, maybe World Quest stuff. Alright. I'm starting to raid now. Bye guys, I love y'all.
Good luck, good luck. Holding an object. Tilt L to carry it around. You can also press X while carrying